the reason why I bring it up is because how did that person make you feel? Did you feel impressed by their expertise and brilliance? Did you even get to know who, sometimes depending on which style they are, you didn't get a chance to get their name. And so they missed out on an opportunity that could have been life-changing. You could have missed, they could be the best thing at what they do and they could be the one resource you've been looking for, but they didn't give you a chance to notice them, right, or discover them. So how many of you, or who in this room, would like to know, because I think it was one of my promises in my invitation, the number one secret to becoming the most irresistible person in the room? You like, okay, ready? It works like a charm everywhere you go. You could be in like your tracksuit or Farmer All jeans, and if you practice this one tip, you will become the person that everyone wants to know and who wants to get to know you. Be the professional in the room, be the expert in the room who focuses on the person you're with. It sounds simple, not easy, but it is simple. Be the person known for focusing on the person in front of you. I will tell you why. Number one, the most important thing you can do for any human being, a child, a senior citizen, a fellow colleague, is to listen. People really only want two things in this world, and it's very scarce for most people to have this: to feel heard and feel important. Mary Kay, I had the privilege of working with her as a mentor. She taught in her books, and when she spoke, everyone wears a little invisible sign that says, "Make me feel important." And when you can extend, whether it's in 5 seconds, 5 minutes, undivided attention on that person, and you can make them feel like they are the most important person in the room, you become the most irresistible person in the room. And people naturally want to talk with you and gravitate towards you. So how can you do that? And you can do this with the 4 people that I told you, the wallflower, the hit and run sniper. Well, that was a little dangerous. You might don't want to get hurt unless they slow down long enough. But the seller and even the Klingon. Or if you're just meeting a really cool person and you guys are looking at each other like, this is great, I don't know what to say, but I really want to get to know you. You can ask questions when you're with them. And the questions I'd like you to think about using in your repertoire are, tell me about you, not tell me about your business. Okay, that comes later. Before I'm going to give you business, I have to know you, like you, trust you. Tell me about you. What's fun and exciting in your world? They might tell you. Who are you looking to meet today? Are you looking to meet people in a certain industry? Do you have a specific person of a company you want to get to know? People will normally say, well, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a business coach, I'm a dentist, I'm a lawyer. Great. Whom do you best serve? How many people have you heard say to you, everybody? Anybody? Here's the problem about anybody and everybody. I haven't met one yet. Okay, I know a lot of people, but I haven't met them. So it's hard for me to introduce somebody to you that I haven't met. So if you can tell me. And then another great way to build rapport and become irresistible in the room is, who in this room would you like to meet? Okay, I do this a lot. I'm an ambassador of a lot of groups that I belong to. But even when I'm not, and for those of you who are more introverted, or you're extroverted except when it comes to large groups of people, enter the room like you're the host of the party, even if it's not your party. If you've ever hosted your own party, what do? You go on, check on all the little groups and make sure they have enough food, they have enough drink. Have you met so-and-so? Let me make an introduction to you. And you see the group mingling and you step back and you go to the next group of people. You can do that at any networking event. And I encourage you to do that. A, it makes you feel confident, kind of makes your chest kind of stand back and a little bit at attention. It commands the room, and all of a sudden you are everyone's best friend. Because you're going to take the wallflower and say, hey, how are you? Would you like to meet some people? Okay, come on with me. And then you can bring them to the Klingon, right? Which works because they're not really liking people. You can put them together and they've got a little match and a little seller. You can ask them some questions and or that you can take the Klingon and say, hey, listen, I need to go talk to my friend across the room. Would you like me to make some introductions for you along the way? Yeah, that'd be great. And you let them talk a little bit. Okay, we'll be back in a little bit. I got to introduce them to somebody else. And by the third time, they kind of get it, and they can be left on their own. They're like, oh, this is how it works. Oh, this is really good. Or you can take the seller and just bring them close to you and get other people to talk to them about them. They kind of get, oh, this is what we do in Rome. We talk about them, okay. And what's nice about that is if you do that properly, the other person says, oh, and by the way, tell me about you. And the seller knows how to do that like yesterday's news. So that's all good. So let me tell you how this works. So I'll give you a client testimonial. One of my clients, he was new to Connecticut from Illinois. Great Midwestern guy. Awesome. And him and his family were brand new to Connecticut. He bought a new business here. He needs to make some deals happen and really fast. He joined the chamber, knew nobody. And he's like, Kim, I'm Mr. Midwestern, and if you talk to me, I'll be really nice, but I don't know how to, you guys over on the East Coast, a little bit intimidating. And I'm like, okay, this is what you do. Act like you're the host of the party. And he goes, oh, I can do that easily. The first chamber event he went to, he walked out with 5 meaningful connections that created conversations that led to appointments of people who really needed to hear what he had and how he could solve their problems. Raise your hand if you like 5 connections from every meeting. Okay. So here's your action step. Never judge a book by its cover. You like, right? If you like that, go like this. Right. And it happens. It's easy to happen, especially if you're very focused and you've got a timeline and you've got deadlines. Every room, but every person in every room can be valuable to you. So in this room, for example, you may not be aware, but you're only 6 people deep of anyone in this room from finding your ideal client. The solution that you came here to find or that you've been hoping for or asking the universe for is really in this room. You might be thinking, well, Kim, can you please tell me who they are? I'd be glad to. Everyone in this room can be categorized in one of 3 stations. They can either be a client prospect, if you have a clear, compelling commercial to tell them what's so great about you and whom you serve. Also, they could be a resource. One of the things I do with my networking time is most of the time I'm not networking for myself, I'm networking for my clients, because what makes me valuable to them besides the services they pay me for is that I know everybody and anyone I refer is top grade and they will take care of them like I would. And they're like, Kim, I don't need you, no offense, but I need who you know. And I'm like, sure, here you go. And I make a match because I take the time to get to know who all the movers and shakers are in every industry and invite them to get to know me. The other third thing, which most people overlook, is there are a lot of referral sources in this room. I may never have the need or the requirement for your services, but don't overlook me because I know a lot of people who need what you do. There are people in this room who may not have a direct need for you, however, they know people who have been looking for you all their lives. And if you overthink us or walk on by because, oh, she doesn't need me, then you're missing out. And even if and I get more excited about referral sources, I'm like, you never have to buy from me. Just keep on referring me to everybody who you know. And that's how I built this business. So, and this is what I help my clients do all the time.